Welcome back, everybody. We're still doffing our, well, I wouldn't call them Stetsons, but our cowboy hats. Welcome to it, episode 26. We were actually just looking earlier today at the very first HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout back on the 10th of May last year. We're almost coming up to 1 year. Amazing. Welcome to some new faces, some regulars, and everybody else in between. This HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout session is all for you, our American friends, or at least those in the States, who are struggling with access to exchanges that we have been focused on in the past, like MEXC. And 2 weeks ago, in our last episode 25, we were speaking about Canada and all the exchanges available for our Canadian friends. And we had such great in-depth research from Wendy that we brought it back on just to talk all about those exchanges that are accessible for our friends in the States. So that is the nature of this call today. And but getting out of the way, let's crack on with what we're going to be expecting from this HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout session. And we're going to be kicking it off shortly with Marcel's percentage has been captaining over in the den the last 2 weeks or so since we last chatted.
Yay. Thank you, John. Okay, let me grab it. We did start off 2 weeks ago with a little bit of a sideways action. But again, this is just to show everyone that even if in a little bit of a sideways market, there's definitely money to be made. Okay. So this was the week ending 14th of April. There was a small fire win and a whole bunch of other scalps. You can see 5%, 4.9%. So there's still loads of money to be made with minute scalping. There was a good 14.4%. So definitely still worthwhile staying in the market when they're sideways. We don't get out at the top and wait for the bottom. We scalp every day. Then this week, or in the ending last week Sunday, here's some updates on that.
Nice.
So there was 6%. Two trades there from one person, also about 6%. Another 6%. REI did well over that week. 3%, another 4%, 5%, another double scalp, about 3.5%. So while these are smaller than the updates we usually have, again, it's just another sign of we can make money even in a down or not in a sideways market rather. The market did turn. And this week is looking great, like John mentioned. So I suspect we will have some good updates on the next call. There was some fire winds right at the end of this week, where everything started to go back up. There was a 21% and a 14% on the same coin. It was also the same member. And yeah, so we're still making money. I think from this week onwards, it's gonna be a lot better again. So yeah, let's wait for the next call and have a look.
Very exciting. Yeah, speaking about exciting, the HODLNOTS YouTube account link is in there. It's going to be the home for all of our videos, and it's not just the recordings of these HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout sessions, but it'll be like the public AMA. For those of you who missed it, a week ago, we had our HODLNOTS ecosystem specifically focusing on the HODL Fire. That is up there as well. And then a whole bunch of other things as well. Some of the interviews and testimonies and a whole bunch of exciting things are all going to be uploaded to that YouTube account. Nature of the show, the theme of the show, at least of this episode, is the exchanges that are available for our friends in the States.
And I'm going to share a little PowerPoint presentation with you that I put together for you. Like I did on the last show, we did on the last HODLNOTS Happy Hour, we did Canada. So we are going to highlight USA on this particular one. So hang on and we will move to the next slide. So why USA? We have many Americans in our community. That's why. They are struggling right now with being restricted on lots of different trading platforms, and they continue to be that way because of the SEC and because of the strict legal requirements. There's a lot of exchanges leaving the USA and taking their business elsewhere because of that. It's just too difficult for them to get through the legal regulation. So for that reason, they're very limited to learn and do the really cool, fun way to trade, which is scalp trading. So we wanted to dig deep and try and find some of the exchanges that you Americans can use for trading in crypto markets. Binance and KuCoin have now restricted you, as you know, and now we can also throw in Mexi. So Mexi is getting to the place where, and that just happened on April 1st. So Binance and KuCoin were restricted for Canadians, but now they've added Mexi to it. So Mexi after April 1, and now a lot of Americans are also having to do KYC on it as well. And I foresee some issues with some other exchanges. But what exchanges are found to be used for USA? We're going to go over some of those that I've been researching. Now, VPN and Palau ID, we're going to go over what are those and what are the risks. And then options, what are they and why now? Okay, so let's just kind of move into that. So just a little bit of other information on it. KYC, for those people who don't know, is called Know Your Client. This is where whatever exchange you're on, they are required by law because they are regulated, they are centralized, they are controlled by the governments of the countries that they're in, and they want to know who you are. So you will have to probably have tax reporting on those particular exchanges, and they'll be able to watch all of your trading. So for that reason, a lot of people, when they trade cryptocurrency, they didn't want to have to be on a centralized exchange, but they wanted to go to decentralized. That's where they don't have to produce KYC. But now most all countries are regulating cryptocurrency and their exchanges. So you're going to find that the majority of them that you will have to provide some type of KYC on it. The second option is a Palau residency ID. Now you can look into that. You can dive into that, but it is another country that is allowing people to become citizens. It's a form of privacy, but it costs money to do, and you have to wait for it. So there is some things involved in that, but you might want to check what the restrictions and the requirements are for that with your country as well. So I can't give you financial advice. I can't give you advice to go get that. We're just giving it as an option. What are some of the things that you can possibly look into to see if it's allowed and what the risks and rewards are for using that. Some of the people that I know do have that, and it has worked on certain exchanges. Also, the HODL fire, this is the great thing that we want to be able to show everybody, is that the HODL fire indicator, you don't have to be on an exchange because the HODL fire works off of TradingView. So the actual indicator itself works on all apps. And there are a lot of apps in the USA that are able to buy the coin and sell the coin. And that's all you really need to do. You watch the coin on the HODL fire on TradingView. So this is what's really cool about the HODL fire. And that's why it's become such a really popular indicator. Okay. So now here are the exchanges that I have looked up for you that are the most popular, the ones that you can consider for USA. Coinbase used to be an app, but it's an exchange, and it has over 500 cryptocurrencies, and it has pretty decent liquidity on it. I personally think it's good to go. It has HHHH candles on it. It has a nice platform. I can show it to you. But it also has futures on it, and most Americans should be able to trade on Coinbase. Uphold is a mobile app. So this is what you can use for USA if you want to just do the HODL fire and you want to have a mobile app use, but you won't be able to scalp trade on it. Kraken or Kraken, however you like to pronounce it, has 200 coins. They have very low fees, HHHH candles. But the problem with Kraken was it was very difficult to learn how to buy, sell, those kind of things on that particular platform. So you might want to check that out. It was a little bit confusing, and it's just something that I didn't recommend. BYDFI is definitely a very good exchange. It has over 400. It's highly regulated, but you will be able to get it in the USA. So in your area, look and see if you can get BYDFI. That I think is Build Your Dream Finance is what it's called. I have traded on it, and it traded very easily, and it was a very simple exchange to trade on. So make sure that you can get it in USA. PolyNext, it used to be available, but for those people who have it, or you might want to know, it's shutting down in the USA because, again, for legal restrictions. So PolyNext we were hopeful with, but it is no longer something that we are looking at. CEXIO has 45 cryptos. It's very limited on its crypto coin, but it is available and it looks nice. eToro has 70 cryptos, but it has 5,000 assets that you can trade on it, but it's a phone app. It's not an exchange for scalp. Coin Metro has 55 coins on it. It's regulated with KYC, but it is something that you can trade on. Paxful, that one only has 3 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT. It's only available in half of the United States. The other half doesn't get to use it, and they said absolutely no to Texas. So that one is just no. If they say no to Texas, it's it doesn't have my vote. But they the funny thing is they're located in New York. So, but there's only 3 that you can use. So you could be able to use the HODL on that if you have Paxful. Gemini has 100 coins. It looks pretty good for the USA. Crypto.com is a mobile app, totally mobile app, but it has 250 cryptos. So HODL would work great on Crypto.com. Bitmart is a nice one for USA. It has 1,500 coins on it. So this one you might want to do some serious checking into for Bitmart. We found it to be really good. The only thing for scalp trading is right now it does not have Fibonacci candles. It only has it on the derivatives or futures platform. And then there's this other one that I came across called BISQ. This one was of interest, so I wanted to throw this one in here because why? It's decentralized. Now, that means no KYC. They don't take anything, but there is no hold on Bitcoin or fiat. It's a really weird platform, but if you're really interested in no KYC and working off a decentralized platform, you can look at that one. It uses trading peers, meaning it buys and sells from different people. You won't be able to scalp trade on it, but it is something that you can buy and sell crypto on and possibly use the HODL if the coins are on there. It was just a super confusing platform and the mining fees were really high. But I only threw this one in because it was definitely a decentralized option that you can use the HODL on. Bitmart, again, I joined this one just the other day. I found it to be quite nice. The only thing they asked me for when I joined was my name, my country, and my date of birth. That will pass you through level 1, and I had to upload 0 documents. That got you the starter verification. With the starter verification, the pros on it were you could deposit, you could buy, and you could sell without any kind of KYC other than what you told them. And you could withdraw up to half a Bitcoin every day. They have spot trading, futures trading, and an NFT marketplace. The cons on that on level 1 was that you cannot margin trade. You cannot join any of the earning platforms, the launchpad, or voting. The level 2 up on advanced, you have the same KYC, which is the verification 1, but you do have to provide your government ID and facial verification. And then you could access everything in the platform. So I'm just throwing that in because I did get on Bitmart for that, but I just wanted you to be aware of these things for USA. But I wanted to show you the Coinbase platform because I pulled it up and you can see here, this is a perpetual platform, but they have spot, futures, and perpetuals. But if we go to spot, you can see here, you've got the exchanges, you've got all of these different markets you can do on spot. And this is what the platform looks like right here. So you can see they do have 1 minute for scalp trading, and they do have all these different kind of candles that you can use. They have all the indicators here, and it had a nice platform. It had your buy and your sell over here, and you can see that it has your drop down for all of your cryptocurrencies here. So I found that this to be quite a nice platform. Spot, again, looks just the same as futures, except it doesn't have derivatives, and then you've got a lot more coins here. And you can see it has these nice little charts to show you what's going up and down. You can change on it. And we go over a lot of this in the HODLNOTS course about how to find coins. Everybody knows HBAR has been running like crazy because of the news that came out on it. And HBAR has been at the top of the food chain, so it's been running. But these are the coins that ran today in the last 24 hours. So there's been a lot of people in our den and in our target chase that have made some money on these coins. Bonk has been a really excellent one. Peppy, the meme coins have been running for today. And this one has a nice chart on it with nice platform in it. So I just wanted to show you that. The issue with Kraken, I wanted to show you Kraken was I didn't really care for the layout of this particular platform. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how to buy a coin on it. So I was like, this can't be that difficult, but I cannot find a buy or a sell button unless maybe I have to log into it, but I am logged in, as you can see. And I was trying to find everywhere what market. The order book is separate, so you can't really see the order book at the same time that you can see the chart, which I didn't really care for. But you do have Hikadashi candles and indicators, and you have your trading view platform over here. But I can't figure out how to buy a coin. So if you can figure that out, you can let me know. But Kraken was just a little bit strange platform. I wanted to show you the few that I had here and just open it up for that. But the nice thing is that on the apps that we have, all of the coin apps that you are available to you in USA, you can use the HODL on. You don't have to be on an exchange with a KYC. So I'm just wanted to share that. Hopefully that's insightful for you for that list that we had.
That is amazing. Yeah, so it seems to be that there are not as many options available for our American friends as we found with those in Canada. But there are a decent bunch of options. Coinbase, of course. Bitmart seems to be a strong contender. I've been spending a bit of time with Bitmart. Also, there's a couple of comments just down below. Wendy, you want to give your thoughts on Joe's comment there?
Using the HODL, it was designed to be used on 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 hour. It does work on any time frame. We highly and strongly suggest that if you want to use it faster than 1 hour time frame, or even really 1 hour, you should be skilled and trained and educated. The HODLNOTS course will give you the other tools that you need and the training and education to read the indicators so that you can use it on 15-minute or lower to help you and assist you with scalp trading principles. But without that training and education, we strongly recommend 1, 2, or 4 hour time frames. They work really, really nice. Yes, some people are saying here that they need the HODL. We think every trader should have the HODL. That is a given. We've priced it extremely low, and we're giving it away for free for a full week for you to try it to make sure that you like it and that you can use it before you even think about buying it. So there is a code that you can find in the back office under the product where you can apply the code. You hit the apply button, you put in the code. We don't even need a payment method from you. And you can try it for free. The other question that is in here is that, let's say they got into Bitcoin on the 1 hour twice in the last 2 days. Okay, so a lot of this comes with training and education. But if the coins are going sideways, the market's a little bit slow, you're probably not going to get too many coins in the middle of a Bollinger. So we teach that in the course as well. But if you will watch the explainer video, I highly encourage you should be able to use the HODL very simply. It's intended to be a very simple process to use, which I can go over. But the bottom pivots can disappear if they're blue. And being able to see that if you're in the back of a mountain or a downtrend, like what we're kind of seeing in Bitcoin right now, there is risk with anything. Nothing is 100%. But most of the time, if you pick a bottom pivot and you buy in and you wait for the buy tag to come in, and it should be in an uptrend where you will get something. It's rare. It's not to say that it doesn't happen, but it is rare for it to lose a trade. But there are some places that are better to buy than others. We added the 200 SMA to the HODL so that, and we go over that on the explainer video. You want to be in coins above the 200 SMA. That's your trend line. So when the trend line is flat and the candles are above the 200, that's when you really want to take a trade on a coin. Now, a coin like a big cap, large cap coin like Bitcoin is not going to produce the bigger percentages that you will get on some of these other steady eddy coins like mid cap coins will do. And I believe, go over that in the video too. So just go ahead and watch the video. And then if you have concerns or questions, put in a support ticket and we will try and get to you, make sure you fully understand how to use the HODL fire. And I do believe that we went over that. I don't know what version of the HODLNOTS happy hour, but we did show the HODL fire and we had a whole session on it. You might want to go back and look at that as well.
I do believe you want to show it again a little bit this week as well.
Yes, I can do that. So let me pull up my screen. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yeah, bunk.
Okay, good. Yes, bonk was one that was going. Now you can see here, I'm going to turn it to 2 hour. And let's go back to earlier today. And this is what you want to see on the HODL fire. So when you get the HODL fire, and this is the example that I'm giving you because this is a coin that was running today. And it hasn't ran in a long time that I'm aware of. I've never traded it before, but because it was running today, you can see this is the best time to use the HODL fire is when you see the 200 trend line that is really, really flat. When the candles cross, this is all you need. You see, I don't have any other indicators on. You get all of this with the HODL fire. So when the candles cross is when you want to start working a bottom pivot. So let's go back here. And you can see here, we would have missed this, or you could have gotten this one whenever it started to cross. But realistically, this is the one you want to start on. And you can see that this one did 15%. Now, I am on a 2 hour time frame. So in a matter of a very short period of time, 15% is pretty good profit. Now, you don't have a bottom pivot here, so you would have missed this if you don't know how to trade or scalp trade. But here to here is 7%. Here to here is 9%. But what you're looking for, and sometimes it can paint a couple lower ones in a row, you don't worry about it. When you get a lower pivot and then you have buy sell tags that are attached with this, that I have mine turned off because I don't want to see them. But when you're using it and you go through the explainer video, we like to wait for the confirmation of the buy tag. In the HODL fire, you can see in this little settings area, you can turn the buy sell tags on and you can say, okay. And now you can see all these buy sell tags, which confuses some people, especially if you don't know how to use it or you've never traded before. You're going to go, oh, well, should I sell here? Should I sell here? Should I sell here? No, 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 no. The only reason the buy sell tags are on is to confirm when a bottom pivot is in. So when the bottom pivot came in here and you got the buy tag, that's your buy signal. And then you would stay in the coin until you get a top pivot. And this one was 121%. So this was an incredible trade today. And then you got another bottom pivot. And then you got another buy tag here. And you could have made this one. This one was another 152%. So this is why we highly recommend it on coins that are running for the day. As they're running, when you learn how to scalp trade, you'll know how to find those coins and you'll be in our areas where we can do that. What I wanted to show you was the run looked a little bit nicer here with these glowing candles. So this also comes with the HODL fire, is what we call these fire up candles. So when the trend is a little bit stronger, and you'll be able to know that, you can see these neon glow candles. When it's stronger on the downtrend, which a lot of people want to know when this is going to end, sometimes they come up in yellow when it's a lot stronger. And so it's really a nice indicator to have on while you're trading, and it works on any screen on TradingView. So it works on other commodities too because of the way it's coded. So you can do your stocks, your Forex, you can do gold S&P, you can do everything on this. If there's a chart on TradingView, this is where it comes. So because it's not on an exchange, you can use this to trade off of and look off of, and you can see when one of these is in. And you can also, the explainer video shows you how to use the alerts, but it has built-in alerts for the buy signal, the sell signal, the neon bar, the top pivot, and the bottom pivot. So I encourage you to watch the videos. We give you some of the coins that are what we call steady eddies that consistently give over 10%. that you can use on a regular basis. But you can see here that these candles are all below this 200, and the 200 is attached to the auto fire. So this is the only indicator that you need, and you can see this is the time where it would be great to be starting to work this coin again. The bottom pivot was here, the buy tag is in, and if you did this, we're taking this on the last 2 hours, this is what we've been trading today, you're already up 32%. So, and the top pivot has not yet come in yet. So you just sit and patiently wait. You set your alert. So when it goes off, you just take the trade. So that, and everybody also knows, if you've been watching the market and you are a trader, there was some news that came out on Hedera Hashgraph, which is HBAR. And this on a 2 hour is a pretty good example of why we trade daily and why we trade, because making over 100% on one coin in one day, people wonder how we make a living at this. Well, when you get a nice run like this, which we show you how to do on the HODLNOTS course, this is what we're looking at. You can also trade on the 1 hour, and you can see that it would have produced a nice percentage, but the higher up you go, if we go 4 hours, you can see that the percentage is different. It's a longer wait on the higher time frames, but these are the time frames that we recommend that you use the HODL Fire on. 1 hour would have been over 100% as well. So these are a couple coins that are running today. As John said earlier, the market has picked up. It's doing a little bit nicer today. So we've been really, really happy about that. So hopefully that explains the HODL Fire a little bit more. Please be sure and use your free coupon and come join us and learn how to trade. Get on the next course. It's coming up in May, and we'll teach you how to do everything we do. Over to you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Wendy. That is really, really amazing. And if you have not yet trialed it for 7 days for free, the coupon code is HODLFire7, which you can enter, as Vicky will now show you. Thank you, my lovely assistant.
Okay, so you don't have to be signed in, but I am signed in. What you do need to do, though, is find the HODL Fire. So if you are signed in, you go to online store over here on the left, and you click products and subscriptions. And then right here, you find the HODL Fire. What you can do is click on the photo. And then just here, there's a little drop-down menu. And if you click that, the very first option right here is 7-day free option if you apply the coupon HODLFire7. So that's the important part, applying it. It is only a one-use coupon. So if you have used it before, you can't use it again. But if you click on that one and then add it to your cart, right there, and then up the top here, if you go into your cart, oops, close that. There it is. Now, right here, it says 31. So at the moment, if you checked out, you would pay $31, and we don't want you to do that. So what you need to do is put in that code. So HODLFire7, and it still says $31. So what you must do, and I won't be able to do it because I've used the coupon, but you have to click to apply. So as soon as you click to apply, this will turn to 0. And then you can check out, and you don't need to put any payment in. You'll check out. Make sure you advise us of your TradingView username. That's really important because we can't give you the indicator unless we know your TradingView username. So once you check out and it's all finalized, what you'll do over here is you'll go to My Subscriptions just here. And these are all of your Bitcoin Trending Forecast subscriptions. And you move down, you find the HODL Fire, which is this one. There are two. Now, there is an add-on HODL Fire for our den members. So if you are in our den, the HODLNOTS den, we do offer you the HODL Fire at half price. So it's $15 instead of $30. But right here, this would be the one that you just purchased for free using that coupon. Now, it is a two-step process. So there's a bot that goes with the HODL Fire, bot signals, and it finds the coins that you can use with the HODL Fire. So to join that bot, you just click on this little Join Telegram button, which takes you to our subscription bot in Telegram, and just follow the prompts. So once you follow the prompts, it will give you a link to join the Telegram bot for the HODL Fire. And then because you've given us your TradingView username, we'll assign the actual indicator for you. So it's a two-step process. The bot is one that you need to do yourself, and then we'll assign the actual indicator for you, and then you can go to TradingView and pop it on. So that's how you get to the coupon. If you are not I'm just going to sign out. If you're not a Bitcoin Trend and Forecast member yet, you can go to the site like that, and John will drop a link down in the chat at the moment to get to this site. But once you're on the site, you go to products, and then right on the first page, there it is again. So it's the same procedure. You click into it. Once you've used that link that John is going to give you, this is the first option. So it looks exactly the same. You choose that one, buy now, and then you must apply the coupon. So you'll have to log in eventually. So if you're not a Bitcoin Trend and Forecast user, you can use the link. And if you are, you can log into your account and then find it there. So that's how you use the coupon.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Oh.
I'm just dropping that link in for those who might not be within the BitcoinTuff.com family community. We will be dropping in that link now. If you do not have an account on Bitcoin Tuff, don't mind me, I'm just speaking out loud while I'm typing. Click here. The nature and the theme of this HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout session number 26 is all about the states, the exchanges in the states that are available to our friends in the States. We know that in certain states in America, that you wouldn't have access to some of those exchanges. If you're using a VPN, like we've seen that there are little issues around that. But Coinbase seems to be the general go-to, or Bitmart. Yeah, Wendy, I mean, you're an American living in Australia, so a little bit of a mixed bag there. But what do you reckon is going to be the best option out of all those we looked at? Your favorite, Bitmart, Coinbase?
Well, I was really leaning towards Bitmart, but it's got some 50-50 negative feedback on it in the sense that I'm getting some feedback that some Americans can't access it. And when I did do some research on it, it did say that everybody in the USA is allowed to get on it. It also, we did talk to somebody at Bitmart, and they said that it shouldn't be a problem. Everything's great. Everybody can get on. But I am getting a little bit of feedback on this call that one or two USA people are struggling and saying that they're not able to get on it even with a VPN. So this remains to be something that has to be explored and investigated. But for me personally, when I go back to the USA, I will probably be on Coinbase, just to tell you the truth. It's got high liquidity on it. It's a simple platform. It's got the exchange. It's got everything I need on it. And it's highly regulated. You're going to have to do KYC anyway. But, I like to keep things above board, and you can use it in the USA. So spread your risk, be on a couple different platforms. If you struggle with that, one of the mobile apps as well can work on the HODL Flyer, just to be able to get in crypto and be able to trade it. You should be okay with some of the options that we did give you on the call.
100% correct. There are options. Let us know what works. If you're in the HODLNOTS Lodge and you've managed to successfully gain access to one of those exchanges, we'd love to hear your feedback on that and what works and what doesn't work. We're always here at BitcoinTuff.com, as well as HODLNOTS. We're always trying to find the best solutions for you, our loyal and staunch community. Speaking about community and HODLNOTS, just a reminder, Wendy did touch on it. For those of you who haven't considered yet learning how TradingView works and these indicators, we talk about the HODLnator, we talk about the HODL Flyer and how they all work. Our next course is starting, our class course at least is starting on the 17th of May. If you're not sure, you haven't heard about it, but you want to learn about the foundational elements of trading and everything that we do teach, the general course, the link is will be in the Zoom chat shortly. Here it is, Group Plus link, it's there. And if you don't quite have the time to be able to conform to a group class, I mean, there's so much fun being in a group class. It's where Marcel had the unfortunate pleasure of me. But if you
but that's where you met. That's where you met.
Indeed,
Yeah,
it was.
to Vicky and your detriment, Wendy, because you're stuck with us. Oh, we met in
Love
class.
it.
Yeah, in class in 2021. But if you feel that you rather would like the one-on-one attention and having a course tailored around you so you can understand how the HODL fire works with all the indicators and timeframes and those foundational elements, and maybe the premium class is more for you, where you get a expert black belt trainer, then head on over to that link that has just been dropped in the Zoom chat down below. And then, yeah, of course, in 2 weeks' time, we'll have our episode 27. We'll be letting you all know all about what's going to be happening in there. Of course, there'll probably be another contest again. You know, why not? Just to say thank you to you being on the call. But just note that you might have received an email that says that the webinar link has changed. We had to generate a new one. So tell your friends, share the love, get everybody on the call. That is, unless you want to be selfish and I kind of keep the contest to yourself and not share the potential prizes. But anyway, welcome and thank you. Yeah, last questions and comments. If any of you have, feel free to let us know on that support ticket, or let us know in the lodge or on the next call, or whenever we next see you. But yeah, that's been fun. Marcel, Vicky, Wendy, closing comments?
And I just love that everybody attends, and you know, hopefully you got some knowledge out of it and you had some fun with us. And we look forward to our next HODLNOTS happy hour.
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, I just, from my side, I just hope that the exchanges just stop dwindling now for the Americans, because we obviously want them to have an option. But yeah, for now we do with what we have, and we'll make a plan.
Absolutely, we're resilient. We're self-sufficient. We make things work. But yeah, keep an eye on the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout, or at least the HODLNOTS YouTube account, as we start to upload all the previous 4H calls, so you can go back, watch them. We've covered so many topics, and actually in 2 weeks' time will be our 1-year anniversary edition, and we might be touching on some of the highlights over the last year in terms of what we've been talking about, trading view tips and tricks, meme coins, safe traveling, and a whole bunch of really interesting things. But go back and watch those. You can watch last episode 25, which was all about those in Canada, at least, and the access and exchanges that you have an option there. So yeah, hit that subscribe bell, and we'll catch you all in 2 weeks' time again. Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Keep well. Bye.